Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to part 2 of Limit to 1 Festival Event, as I call it, Limited of Jank. So, first things first, Time Maiden Summon searches out Michion, the Time Lord, to set. Normal Summon Zora. Zora target self. Artemis equipped. No legal target there. Artemis grabs Crowley. Crowley ditches Iris Sword Soul. Crowley becomes Earth. The 2 Magistus for Awakening Reaper. Reaper revives Crowley. Whopping 38 total. Reaper and Crowley for Osa Link. Reaper search, but Ash keeps Awakening Reaper in check. Let me take a look. Camion and Michion. So at this point, we literally got the hand knowledge now. So chose Camion to shuffle back. So that leads Michion, 1 unknown, and 2 set. So 3 back row and Michion. Cut my points in half. Interesting. Mind controls Michion. Osa Link and Michion for Hita. Ring of Destruction on Hita Link. Hita Link searches Inari Fire. Normal Summon Stella, Special Inari Fire. Exi Shokan. Exosister Michaelis, because she has leftover attack for game. Michaelis detach Inari, searching for Exosister Carpe Diem. Michaelis attacks. Carpe Diem triggers for farthest left. Zoma the Spirit, aka Trap Monster. In response to Zoma the Spirit, Michaelis target the Zoma, banishes it. And turns out that last secret card was Secret Barrel. Most cases I ended up losing 600, but regardless, that's game. And this next clip of this challenge, looking at this hand, if it gets going, it gets going. Special Treasures, Photon Treasures, Normal Summons Goblin Bird, Baguska, a Shatterfoil Baguska as that. Activates Awakening Spell, Normal Summons Lina, and of course, defense due to Baguska, draws a card, and what do you know? We might need to reboot at the right time just in case. Baguska to attack mode, attack Lina. And there's double A's. Not too much I can do in this position right now. So Zeus gets him for 3,000. There we go. Absolutely needed for drawing the All-Star. Dark Ruler to Zeus, but Book of Moon saving the Zeus from having its effects negated. Normal summons the Osa. Specials Inari drew the Ash off from Awakening. Places down Carpe Diem and Exi Shokan into Exosister Ace Field. Called on evenly match just in case something goes down. Drill Driver Vespinato. And due to Dark Ruler, no damage. Curtain Razor. On scale, Curtain Razor Special. Buzzsaw Shark normal. Exceed Shokan into Crooked Cook. No other cards on the field. Basically nothing. Unaffected by other card effects. So basically towers. Once per turn, anyone's turn. Detach one. Destroy as many other cards as possible you control. Then this card gains extra 300 attack until the end of this turn for each monster destroyed by this effect and sent to the graveyard. First of all, if this would have had battle protection, then it would have had immunity. And then second of all, in this situation, even if my opponent were somehow to come across Right Hand Shark, which I honestly did not see, in this position, Crooked Cook is not a good card, even with Right Hand Shark as material, because we got this. Mechanical B does some serious pierce battle damage anyways. Normal summons win. Drew into Storm. Drill Driver cuts them up good and proper. And win for 2450. And I was right on the money on Evenly Match. Flips up Reboot just so that I'm not paying half. Yo, that animation of Red Reboot is sick. And setting Floodgate Trap Hole. Interesting. Tribute to the Drill Driver for Gamma Seal Kaiju. Set a monster and set another back row. Win over Lunalight Tiger. And Gamma Seal for game. And this next clip of this challenge, based on his hand, it's definitely something. Spirit Charmers ditches the Iris. Also in hand, Awakening spell set. Flips up Awakening. Normal summon Alsa. Drew into Ranryu. Exceed Shokan. Exosister Michaelis. Michaelis get the Stratos of Spell Traps. Searching for Armament. Flip up Unpossessed. Cyber Emergency. Okay, so that means Cyber Dragon Drytrons, Cyber Dragon. Specials it out. 1 for 1. Tosses out. Gizmek Yada, the Gleaming Vanguard. Special summon this by attributing 1 normal summon monster. Each of the following effects of Gizmek Yada, the Gleaming Vanguard once. During your main phase, if this card was normal or special this turn, you can immediately after this effect resolves, normal summon a monster. So basically, double summon. If you do, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except monsters with the same original type as that monster. And then if this card, special summon by its own effect, is tributed, gain 2050 life points. For Cyber Dragon Hers, make it 5. In response for Hers, Armament, just to make it Zodiac XZ, but chaining Max C in response to Armament. Interesting. From Michaelis to Jabrine. In this one, by the way, Sister as material, which we do have it. She is literally Effect Veiler on anyone's turn. And then you can target one effect monster your opponent controls, negate its no, that's been there. For the rest of this turn, the 1 detach, by the way. For the rest of the turn, that means any XZ comes in late. All XZ you control gain 800 attack. Gets out the Chimera. Chimera ditches limited removal to get the Spell Trap Search. Add 1 Power Bomb, but Jabrine keeps that in check. Creature swaps out of nowhere. Jabrine and Chimera. XZ Shoken into Nova, followed by Infinity. Infinity absorbs Chimera. And due to the swapped Jabrine, Infinity sitting at a whopping 37. Normal Summon Sophia. Activates Pax. Pay to 8. Infinity negates the Pax and destroys it. It's big brain time. Sophia crashes into Infinity. Unpossessed for Zoroa. Zoroa, target self. Artemis equipped. Zoroa revives Alsa. Draws a card off from Awakening Spell. Artemis gets Crowley. And Special Inari Fire, because we got a Spellcaster. Zoroa and Alsa for Reaper. Reaper revives Sophia. Sophia and Inari Fire for Ace Sophia. Ace Sophia detach Inari. Compulse the Infinity. Ace Sophia and Reaper for Lina Link. Lina Link steals Gizmek Yada. Lina Link and Gizmek Yada for Selene. 8 spell counters. Maybe that's why ditching Iris early game on can be a good thing. But, you know, we're most likely going to use her for the Link Climb to Axis Code. Sorry about this, Jabrine, but Axis Code banish Selene and kill my own monster. No shot! Top deck Cyberstein. No shot. No shot you're able to get this off. No shot at all. 5,000 life invested for a Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon after all of that. Wow. Rampage effect. Sending Core and Dre Cyberstein into Amirage, and apparently the Cyber Dragon player is running out of steam, and that is game. Based on his hand, wow, Charmer Squad represents. Now you see, if this was Awakening Spell instead of Tactics, that is absolutely nice. Normal Summon Hida specials the Earth and Wind animals, and this is already more than half the damage took. Specials Pankratops. Pankratops over Hida. Setting 2. Normal Summon Wind. Wind and Nefarious for Reaper. Reaper effect revive Hida. Reaper and Ranryu for Alsa Link. Reaper search Awakening Spell. Awakening Spell for the boost. And the fact that Pankratops is too large to be taken down at the moment. There's nothing much to do. Pankratops over also link. Searching Pankratops of our own. Flips up Mirror Force Launcher. Once per turn during your main phase, discard one monster, add one Mirror Force, specifically as in the OG Mirror Force, from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Oh, now we getting scared, huh? Alright, bet. If this set card gets killed by your opponent's card effect and sent to the graveyard, set this and one OG Mirror Force from hand, deck, or graveyard. They can be activated this turn. Ditches Shell Rocket Dragon gets the OG Mirror Force. And set one could be literally anything. Normal summons area. Exosistor Exosister Magistus. Magistus activates to get the search of a spell trap. Impermanence flipped up. Pay attention to the second leftmost zone when it comes to impermanence. Pay attention. Magistus go up into Drill Driver. Driver attacks Tops. Tops tribute itself to kill the Driver. Drill Driver revives area. Now, magical cylinders here. Set one magic cylinder straight from the deck or graveyard. If set from the deck, it can be active this turn. When you activate Magic Cylinder, you can banish this card from your graveyard. Double that inflict damage to your opponent. Gross. And somebody did not pay attention. Area with 2150 activates Magic Cylinder. Magical Cylinder's banished tries to double the damage, but somebody didn't pay attention to impermanence. And as a result, area getting in there for 2150. Boot Setter launch activates. Ghost Bell keeps the Boot Setter launch in check, which I did not know I had Bell in my hand this entire time. Activates Quick Launch for Master Rocket Dragon. Master Rocket killed off for Quick Launch specials, Rocket Recharger. Normal summons Lina, and then that's game. Mirror Force activates. Can't be killed by card effects due to Awakening Spell. This next clip of this challenge, based on his hand, it's something. Set 1. Summons Rocket Tracer. Destroyed for Recharger. Recharger linked off into Striker Dragon. Grabbing Boot Setter launch up against Dragon Link, of course. Activates the Boot Setter. Special summon up to 2. Now, Exploder Rocket. Now, this is one of the ones I have not seen. When a Lake Monster's effect is activated that targets this as a quick effect, kill this card, then each player takes 2,000 damage, which is insanely nuts. Monster Reborn's the Recharger. Recharger, Exploder Rocket, and Striker Dragon for Triple Burst Dragon. In this one, once per turn during the damage step, when a spell trap or monster effect is activated, as a quick effect, you can negate the activation, pair spell to damages, and on top of that, during your main phase, except the turn this card was special summon, should be this, target 1 link 2 or lower, special it, and special 1 level 4 or lower, dragon from hand. Interesting. Awakening spell. Normal summon Stella. Stella activates. And pay attention to the middle column, as in do not activate anything else from that same middle zone. Monster Reborn's the Exploder Rocket. Exploder Rocket attacks reverse, but Magic Cylinder comes through. Lame. And main phase 2, I pretty much have to get rid of 2 of the monsters, otherwise Boot Scepter is going to be live again. Awakening spell, top deck, mind control, and all I can say is, how did I get too good at the lug sacks? Aside the fact that it's limited to 1. Access code banish Lina, kill off the Boot Scepter launch. Top deck Scapegoat. Top decks Feather Duster, but you know, no back row, so normal summon Zoro, and then Dragon Link players scooped. And this next clip of this challenge, based on his hand, it's fine. At hard Tenyi, special. Normal's Incredible Ecclesia. Specials out Moyi, so Sword Soul Tenyin Yang Zing. And this one for Zwani. When it comes to Synchro Summon involving Swani, extra 500 attack and defense. Grandmaster Chizhao. Grabs Long Yuan, which is Big C. In this one for Big C, first chance a Synchro Summon is used involving Big C can't be touched by traps. There's the Baron. Burn for 12, lame. Adhara for Monk. And Flawless Perfection of the Tenyi. All non-effects on the field, Monk for example, unaffected by monster effects. Once per turn, if your opponent specials and affect monsters while you control a face-down monster or non-effect monster, outside of the damage step, draw 2. So basically, Maxi on steroids. But lucky for us, we got Dark Rulers. So, 2 negates and a set, depends on what it is. Dark Ruler, normal summon area. Area over Monk. Instant fuses into Thousand Eyes Restrict. And permanence is far most left. Pay attention. Do not activate spells or traps within that same column. Restrict into Artemis. Monster Reborn. Restrict. Absorbs Baron. Artemis and area for Lina Link. Lina steals Incredible Ecclesia just so that we can special the Iris of our opponent. Iris and Lina Link for Selene. 5 spell counters. Selene removes 3 for Iris once again. And of course, access code. Access. Banshee Celine. Destroys Chijiao. Normal Summon Swanee. Sword Soul Auspice Chunjun. And opponent scooped because he did not know that Thousand Eyes Restrict actually came back as a new card. So as a result, no other monster can attack that isn't Restrict, and no other monster that isn't Restrict can switch battle positions. And last but not least, in this challenge, Normal Summons Armageddon Knight, Dark Base Dex, Orcus Harpour Ascent, activates Harpour for Girsu the Mechnon Orcus, sending the War Legacy World Wand Banish for Harpour Special, Foolishness, Brass Bombard, the 2 Orcus for Galatea, shuffles back Wand, setting the Babel, which is going to be activated, Galatea into Dingirsu. Dingirsu and Armageddon Knight for Masquerina, and passes. Mind controls Masquerina. Monster Reborns the Dingirsu. Due to the field spell, Orcus are quick effects. So in most cases, Harpour for Brass Bombard. Dingirsu sending Babel to the grave. Summon Irene. Packs pay 8 for Sophia and specials it. Sophia draws a card since we got Irene. And that's plus 800. The 2 sisters for Michaelis. Michaelis for Shadow Spell Traps. Search Armament. Michaelis DD Crows the Symbol. Yep, Symbol Skeleton. Instant Fuse into Mud Dragon of the Swamp. Mud Dragon and IP into area that cannot be killed by effects. And for some reason, that is still not lethal. On my opponent's draw, activates Armament, turning Michaelis into a Sophia, aka Abyss Dweller, which she's going to activate, by the way. So, when it comes to the Abyss Dweller, such cards as Orchestrator Babel cannot be used for the turn. Same goes for Brass Bombard to special and Orcus from the hand. So those 2 cards are pretty much dead for the turn. Monster Reborn's IP Masquerina. Normal Summons Olion, and eventually the Orcus combo player scooped. Because he's basically running out of steam, and Ace Sophia cannot recur those cards back. So guys, that's going to do it for part 2 of Limited of Jank. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit that notification bell to keep yourself constantly updated, and I'll catch you guys as the match progresses on.